Okay, Assalamualaikum and selamat sejahtera. So now we proceed to the next process, which are anaerobic respiration and fermentation. Okay, so before this, we already discussed about process of aerobic respiration. So now we proceed with fermentation or anaerobic respiration. So first of all, what is fermentation? It is the process of converting glucose to lactate or ethanol and carbon dioxide in the absence of oxygen. So the keywords here is in the absence of oxygen. Maksudnya dalam keadaan tak ada oksigen, so what happened to glucose? Okay, glucose will undergo anaerobic respiration. Okay, so actually there are two types of fermentation. First one we call as alcohol fermentation. Second lactic acid fermentation. So first kita tengok dulu alcohol fermentation. So alcohol fermentation will occurs in plant cell. So what happened in this process? Pyruvate will convert to ethanol and carbon dioxide in cytoplasm of cell. So it means that from the process of alcohol fermentation, what happened to pyruvate? Pyruvate will convert to ethanol and also carbon dioxide. So how this process occur? So if you look at this one, first it will start with process of glycolysis, by which glucose will be break down to become pyruvate. So since there is no oxygen, so what happened to pyruvate? Pyruvate will undergo decarbosylation. So what is decarbosylation? Carbon dioxide will be removed and it will form acetaldehyde. Okay, so remember, since there are two pyruvate produced from the process of glycolysis, so means that it will form two acetaldehyde. And then what happened to acetaldehyde? Acetaldehyde is reduced to form ethanol by NADH. So what happened to NADH? NADH is oxidized to NAD+. Okay? So this is the process of alcohol fermentation. So what is the difference with lactic acid fermentation? Lactic acid fermentation will occurs in animal cell. Okay, but the difference is for lactic acid fermentation, pyruvate does not undergo decarbosylation, but this pyruvate will directly reduce to form lactate by NADH. Okay, so means that there is no releasing of carbon dioxide. So what happened to NADH? NADH will be oxidized to NAD+. Okay, so the difference between alcohol fermentation and also lactic acid fermentation. For alcohol fermentation, the pyruvate will undergo decarbosylation, but for lactic acid fermentation, pyruvate does not undergo decarbosylation, but the pyruvate will be reduced directly by NADH to form lactate. Okay, so means that for lactic acid fermentation, there is no releasing of carbon dioxide. Okay.